100% Chelsea. Harsh, help me out. What's going wrong?
Well, my theory is the problem started from post-season when our season finished and we went to Thailand and then to Australia to play those post-season games. I really don't see any sense in that apart from with financial fair play, generates money for the club, but it's detrimental to the players' fitness and stamina and everything. And it ended in June. It was June 2nd or 3rd when we played Sydney. We won that game, but what was the point? It's a friendly game. I know the fans want to see us, but it's purely for money. This wasn't around like back in the day. Even like 5-6 years ago, you didn't have post-season games, did you? And then after that week, there was an international week, so the players had to go for that. So I mean, when can they recover? So that's what I'm thinking. I was just thinking through this. It can't just be our pre-season. Fair enough, we started pre-season end of July. Normally we start 13th, 14th, the players are in. This time it was like 20th or something, right?
Very late.
Yeah, and last season we went to Europe for pre-season, right? This season it was America. So post-season, Australia, Thailand. Pre-season, all the way around America. Last season, just Europe. And then Pat Nevin, the Chelsea pundit, he was saying that that'll benefit us, just Europe, reduce the air miles and so on. So that's one of my theories as to why this is happening. Also, I think players are too, they're comfy in their position. Fabregas, he knows Mourinho won't drop him unless we get Pogba or Witsel, someone who's a box-to-box player, because he thinks that the best position for Fabregas is in the pivot alongside Matic, and he won't be dropped. Like, you can just imagine Fabregas, like, he hasn't started well, but he knows he will start. He knows he will start. So where's the competition? Where's the squad depth for the team? I think our brightest spark was Kennedy on the left wing, and I think he was brilliant that he came on. And the reason him and Loftus-Cheek played well is because they had to prove themselves to the manager that we want to play, we want to get on this team. And personally, I would drop Fabregas, maybe send him to Spain 2 weeks like we did to Mato a few seasons ago, and it paid off. I think Loftus-Cheek can be brilliant for us, and Mourinho's promise was right to get the academy players through, so he could be the first one, hopefully.
It's a perfect chance for it, to be honest. I mean,
exactly.
As I said with Tom, we got nothing to lose. Yeah. We might as well give these youth players a chance because the first team ain't doing it. They're not cutting it. They're not hungry. Why aren't we hungry? I mean, under Mourinho, you'd think the spirit would be there. He's the one manager who can get you, ready to die for him on the pitch. What's going on?
And the other problem is there's problems behind the scene. This whole doctor thing that, it's the doctor's job to get on the pitch. If a player's injured, a doctor's not going to worry about the result. Their concern is the player's injured, I need to go on, or they'll lose their job. Same with Mourinho, if you lose games, you lose your job. Each profession has their own job. You can't just stop someone to go on because of a counter-attack, and calling them naive is just a disgrace. It's not nice, though. And secondly, John Terry getting substituted at half-time. I think that was the message to the board guest tones, and clearly we're not willing to pay up to 40. I know some rumours suggest a £37 million bid got rejected, but I don't know how believable that is, though. And even if we give up on our pursuit of Stones, I think, the dream is we'll get Rafael Varane from Madrid, but they won't sell him. So something's wrong. I think the next game against Everton, we need Barbara Rahman to start. And I think that with Ivanovic starting, Willian has to look after him so many times. Like, Willian's always tracking back because he knows Ivanovic, if he's supposed against Punchin or Balassi, he'll get done. And that's our problem. Like, everything comes from that side. Pedro, I think he was decent today. Not as good as last week, but you can't just rely on Pedro. Just
he's the second game.
Yeah, he's a new signing. Of course, we need a fresh legs, but let's face it, last week was a get out of jail card. I mean, if we didn't have Pedro, we'll be screwed. And obviously, John Terry getting sent off, I don't think he's past it because John Terry's not put a foot wrong. I think it's just the media stirring stuff up, and people need to realise that John Terry's never relied on pace. It's just his ability of reading the game. And I think it was obviously unfortunate he got sent off. I think Pedro, decent performance, but who else stepped up to the game? Apart from Kennedy and Loftus-Cheek, no one. Matic got taken off. How often do you see that? Like a proper CDM getting taken off because he's not performing. Fabregas didn't perform, Matic didn't perform. Hazard was decent, but he was doubled up, tripled up again. And Pedro, fair enough, I know he'll come back, but you can't just, it was just 2 games. He's settled into life for England, and just hope this improves. And I'd like to congratulate the Palace fans and the team. I thought that they were brilliant, but I think this is a massive concern for us. I think we need to get the checkbook out, sign Pogba, sign Stones, if that's possible. I think Pogba coming would improve us massively. Just like running up and down, a proper box-to-box player. Like putting in energy into our midfield. That's what we've been missing since God knows how long. Like, just imagine he came, him and Matic. Like, Fabregas would improve as a result of someone else coming in. And yeah, I'm hearing rumours of Pato. I think that'll be a brilliant signing as well.
Tottenham.
No, Pato.
To Tottenham.
He moves.
Apparently they're going to seal a deal with Tottenham.
Oh, that's bad news, because I like this player since I was a kid, and I think he's brilliant. Even though he's injury prone, he's got a good scoring record for the team he's playing. I think it's Sao Paulo, and you can't. Well, what he's done, he's still young. What he did against Barcelona for AC Milan, I think that was brilliant.
So to change, you would go into a transfer market and give the youth a chance.
I think we need to go in the transfer market. I mean, even playing on youngsters, how can we rely on them every game? And these players aren't living up to it. And this isn't because they're not willing to die for Mourinho. It's something behind the scenes that's going on. This, as I said before, this whole Ivo Cornerio thing, John Terry getting subbed off. There's something's not right at the back. Because normally, Mourinho with Inter, he can do it. He doesn't need the best squad. He can just get the players to defend. But this team can't even defend. How many goals have we conceded? Like, our form right now is like a relegation team. And yeah, it's crazy at the moment.
If you're going to be a captain of your team, you be the captain, but you do your job as well. Yeah. You do your job. He did not do his job. He's going, oi Kurt, do this. Oi